We have got a few things to say about things we've learnt from our trip and things that we'd do differently next time, if there is a next time. And welcome to today's vlog. Full disclosure up front, this isn't a walking about theme parks vlog like they have been for the last week or so. We've enjoyed them very much. Hopefully you have enjoyed them too. We're just having a little bit of a rest day.
Brown.
I've been on holiday. Have you been, do you remember where we've been for the last week or so? We swam out
next to your legs.
Yeah, it's because I think that's from the swimming, or probably the driving. I've got a trucker's suntan. But we are having a little bit of a rest day. We have done more exercise in the last week than we've ever done before. I think you over the course of the Disney holiday, 98,000 steps. Obviously, I led into Disney straight off the back of Comic-Con, so my 7-day rolling high got up to about 145,000, I think.
Oh my God, wouldn't you let anyone forget with his blisters?
Yeah, I've still got a blister on the back of my heel. I don't know how to deal with blisters. I got a blister.
I told you.
I had this blister on the back of my heel by the Friday morning of Comic-Con, and it didn't go away the whole time. I walked over 70 miles on a blister. I would like people to get their little violins out now, please.
No, self-inflicted. You should have got blister plasters, like I said.
I don't know.
You were next to, you were in the shop.
I'm not going to wear a plaster unless it's got Wallace and Gromit on. You know my policy on plasters.
Oh, that's a lie, because I've seen you with giraffe ones.
Okay, giraffe ones are okay too. But,
and lions.
Yeah, but they don't have pictures on blister plasters, so I'm not interested in having them.
I'll draw a face on
it. You do that, and then I'll use it. But this is still a Disney-themed vlog. We have got this enormous bag worth of stuff, which is the remainder of our Disney haul. We've already shown you quite a lot of the stuff that we've bought over previous videos.
How much was that bag?
How much was the bag? I have no idea.
I think, because mine was 1, Amy had a big one that was 2. I think they're 5.
€5. Well, I needed it to put all my stuff in. But you've already seen Anna's Christmas decorations that we saw sat on a wall outside the park. We've seen the Sephora haul that you lot did yesterday, which apparently I was very passionate about the makeup during that haul, and people could really tell how into the makeup I was. I think it was 2 days ago actually. It's all kind of rolling together. Although I added up how many steps we've done, I haven't added up how much sleep we've had, but I think
not a lot.
Yeah, we're both averaging well under 5 hours for the last 7 days, I think, aren't we? Even taking into account a long sleep last night, having got home.
I got 8 hours last night, but
for the first time in over a week.
I've had about 16 hours in 5 days.
And that does lead into one of the other things we're going to do in this video. We're going to do the haul first, but then we have got a few things to say about things we've learnt from our trip and things that we'd do differently next time, if there is a next time, because I think we have been noobs on certain aspects of this trip and kind of made a rod for our own back sometimes, which we are paying for a little bit now. But let's get into the haul. You've already seen the hoodie. You saw me wear the hoodie. This is my hoodie that I got because I didn't take a hoodie with me, so that's just my Buzz Lightyear hoodie. But now let's get into the bag itself. And first up, look at this. This is spectacular. This is Anna's fault that I got this. We got this when we went.
Buy yourself a present.
No, I'm going to relay exactly what happened. It did start as that. We went to see. This is when we went back to the park without Andy and Lucy, and we went to see the Marvel show in Walt Disney Studios. And Anna said, "Go." There was this big Marvel shop there. She said, "Go and get yourself something." And I said, "Okay, I'll go and have a little look." And there was Wasp.
Oh.
And there was a pack half the size of this that was an end game pack, and then you said and there was another one next to it which I think was for Infinity War. You said just get both of them. I saw there was one that was even bigger that had lots of Avengers in, and you didn't tell me not to get it. It's so big it has a handle.
Because you want it.
On the way out of the park,
you'd cry.
On the way out of the park, I did look to nudge Anna and say, "My one's bigger than that other boy's." There was a boy with one.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're like Amy. You won't get it, and then you'll think about it, and then you'll tell me you want it when we can't go and get it. So.
But that is just awesome. Anna got me a similar set to this.
Not big.
Yeah, not long after we met from the Disney store. Was it in Nottingham? Which I still have displayed behind my desk now. Now I can sweep those ones onto the floor and replace. Now I can add these ones to the ones that are already there and have Super Avengers fun. That is just awesome. And then we get into more goodies. I don't even know what this is. Is this yours?
Yep.
Ah. So this is Anna's mug. Is that chipped
Supposed
on
to
the...
be. No, it's
Okay, why is it supposed to be like that?
It's on the handle as well.
That's weird.
They were just all like that.
Tink. Awesome. Major. I don't understand. But there you go. You have a Tinkerbell cup.
Oh wow.
One of the biggest disappointments is that we didn't see Tinkerbell fly over the castle, which we thought we would.
No. No, it's...
We have something else wrapped up. Oh, this is our little fireplace souvenir that we got, I think.
Oh yeah.
You'll see from all the other stuff that we got a lot of really silly stuff because we're giant children. And we said we should probably get something that we can just put on the fireplace as a remembering thing for the holidays. So we got a little Mickey and Minnie with a balloon and an Eiffel Tower thing. Yeah, it's not a real balloon, which I was disappointed about as well. But that's just to go up on the fireplace as a nice little souvenir. Yeah, we'll have to get rid of some Fallout stuff to put there.
I don't think so.
We got this for the little baby, for Orla, my brother's daughter, so that she has
No, not for you.
Not for you, so that she has a genuine Disneyland Minnie Mouse. So I'll put that there. We got Kevin! It's Kevin from Up! Which Anna shouted at me about this in the shop.
Because you screamed Kevin!
Yeah, I noticed him and shouted Kevin. Because he's ace.
But you screamed
Kevin! And you can't get Kevin without Doug. So we got Doug as well. This was officially for Dave, but I don't know if I can bring myself to give him to Dave now because Dave will just tear him apart. Do we have to give him to Dave? Squirrel.
You don't have to. Let
So
him
that was
meet
Doug.
him, though.
Yeah, you can say it. Dave meet Doug. Doug meet Dave. Don't bite his nose, Dave! You absolute savage! What are you doing?
No.
What are you doing? Leave him alone! Leave him alone! Let go!
Dave, come on.
Let go! Oh, he's gonna tear Doug!
Dave!
Oh.
No.
Yeah, that's why you can't have nice things, Dave. We did get... Oh no, this isn't for Dave, this is for Andy, isn't it? I thought this was for Dave. And this is for Andy to put on his table to replace the one
It
that
was
he...
the cheapest thing I bought.
Yeah, he actually has one that he's made himself at the moment, but that can replace that one. My ears, you've seen my ears already. My Donald Duck, this is to go behind my desk because I said I was going to get a Donald Duck to go behind my desk because Donald Duck is my favourite old school Disney character. Although obviously Kevin, wherever he is, Kevin's the best current one or new one or however you would define it. And then we got something for my dad because he always gets us tea towels when he goes on holiday. So we got him a couple of Mickey Mouse tea towels and... You got Groot keyring.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to hold it up so people can see it. Little Groot
I got him,
keyring.
and I got the other Groot that's in the car.
Yes, a Groot that now grips around the camera holder in the car. And I got a Donald Duck spatula to go with
Not for you.
because I'm starting to build nerdy kitchenware. So I've already got Negan's baseball bat, Lucille from The Walking Dead as like a wooden spoon.
You could not remember that name.
I couldn't remember Lucille's name. I haven't watched The Walking Dead for ages, but I have this. I wanted to get the matching apron as well, but decided there's probably a limit to how much Donald Duck stuff you should buy.
Oh.
I wanted it, but I thought I should stop spending money because...
Well, we've got loads of it left at the moment of euros and change.
I know. That's one of the learning points actually. We'll get I think that's the end of the haul, but that does lead into one of the learning points. We are a little bit naive when it comes to foreign travel, and we got one of these foreign exchange cards rather than take, because last time I went abroad you took cash and traveller's checks, but apparently you don't do that anymore. You just take a card, and a lot of people said just use your own bank card.
No.
But that incurs more charges, you don't get as good an exchange rate. So I did a lot of research and found the best one for getting a good exchange rate and low charges and everything, and it was brilliant. We managed to get all of our euros changed over well in advance on a really good exchange rate, no fee or a low fee built into the exchange rate, the way these things work. It was a really cost effective way to do it, but we have come back with like 500 euros still on it because we took far too much. We talked about this in the lead up to it. We wanted to take too much and bring some back. Because it's always better to take too much and bring some back than end up running out halfway through the holiday. But as we got back into the UK, I thought, right, well, we've got 500 euros left. Let's just transfer them back into pounds and send them back to our bank account. Oh no, you can't do that. There's no provision at all built within the app to convert the money back into pounds and send it back to yourself. You can email them. And you can email them your bank details and ask them to send it to you, which straight away that just sounds weird and I'm not going to do it. And they charge you a £5 to do it. If you want to just use the cash machine or spend on the card in sterling, you can, but there's a limit of £200 cash withdrawals a week. Or £150 in card transactions. So I went there as soon as we went to the first cash machine we saw back in the UK. I went and pulled £200 cash out. I'll do the same next week. I'll get another 100 or like 50 or whatever it is the week after, and we will get our money back. But it's not as simple as I was expecting it to be, because it was so simple to load the card. It was just transferred straight from my bank account, transfer it over to euros. Transferring it back was easy. I just assumed it would be easy to send it back to my bank account again, but apparently that's not the case. So if you do get one of those cards, watch out for that. And then there was the lessons we learnt about the trip itself. One of them specific to Andy, I think, and one of them that's probably just good advice for anybody. The one that's specific to Andy is that if we do ever go anywhere like this again, and hopefully we will, because he's already asking to go back again next May, but if we do end up going back, I think we need to make sure that there is a day's gap between days in the park. And we did talk a little bit about this when we first booked it, but because we were only able to afford 3 days in France, it didn't really work out. If we'd have had a day's rest, we'd have had one of the days in the park would have only been a half day, which would have either been the Tuesday afternoon and evening or the Friday morning. And as it turns out, we probably would have been okay with just the Friday morning and doing all day Wednesday in Disneyland Park and then Friday through till about 2-3 o'clock in Walt Disney Studios, and that probably would have been okay. But
we didn't get to see some of it though, did we?
No, because we couldn't really see it in the morning because Andy wasn't enjoying it. We were rushing in the evening, so I think we actually ended up seeing less of Walt Disney Studios. Yeah, I think we ended up seeing less of that park because it was a full day next to the previous day than if we had done if we'd have tried to do it in the morning. So I think for Andy's benefit, we need to make sure there's always a rest day, and I think if we do go back, we'll probably aim to have 4 nights rather than 3, so that we can get there, get settled in, have a day in the parks, have a day off, have another full day in the parks, and then have a ride home. And I think for him, we probably need to make it so that go home day is just that. It's not do loads of stuff and then go home, because we found it in Blackpool last year, we found it in France again this year. When he knows it's go home day, all he wants to do is go home. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we offer him, and we were able to distract him for a couple of minutes in the swimming pool, but what you didn't see in the video with the swimming is probably 45 minutes of him just not wanting to get in, not wanting to put his shoulders under the water, not wanting to be there, constantly asking to leave. And it wasn't until we got him on the rapids and we started chasing him and having a little bit of fun that he kind of let his hair down for maybe 10 minutes. And then got straight back into the right. I want to leave now. I'm fine.
Jacuzzi, didn't it? Yeah, like that.
I've had my fun. Now I would like to go home.
And now he wants to go.
Oh yeah. As soon as we were back home yesterday, he was asking to go back tomorrow. But yeah, I think travel. Last day needs to just be a travel day. We were trying to maximise the holiday as much as we can, as much as we could, by travelling home from France late, so that we could kind of cheat the system and get another day there. But it didn't benefit anybody. I think we could have saved ourselves some money on that hotel back in the UK, travelled, got on the Eurotunnel at lunchtime on the Friday, and then just driven straight home. And I think he would have been a lot happier. We'd have got home a day earlier. It would have been a cheaper trip. We'd have all been a little bit less stressed with how yesterday worked out, because yesterday was a challenging day. And of course we would have been home earlier, so Dave wouldn't have cut his foot either. So double, triple benefits all round. And I think that also ties into the start of the week, and it kind of leads into the more general advice thing that we've learned, and that is, for goodness sake, when you're planning a trip to Disneyland, remember that you do have to sleep, because I think we forgot and we all really paid for it. I think it was one of the contributing factors behind Andy getting so tired so quickly, and it ruined his second day because he was so tired. I think it's probably one of the things that led to Lucy getting her migraine, the fact that she was operating on such a small amount of sleep. She's 5. So. Yeah, she's 17 years old. She's used to going to bed at 4 in the morning and getting up at lunchtime. For her, having to get up at 4 in the morning to get the Eurotunnel, I can't imagine what time, because they were in a different room. I would be surprised if she was asleep before midnight. So she was probably on like 3 hours sleep that night. And then we didn't relax when we got there. We kept getting up early because we had the extra magic hours. We got up.
We went swimming.
Yeah, well, we got up at 4 AM on the Tuesday, and then we had a full day. We went swimming. We went to the Disney Village. We were up reasonably late because we were excited. We were enjoying ourselves. But then we were up at 6:30 again the next day to get to the parks for 8 AM for extra magic hour, and then we stayed for the fireworks. So we didn't get back to the hotel until God midnight.
Well, no, we had a break, didn't we?
Yeah, we came back for a bit, but we were still out at God midnight. But then we got up early again the next day, and for extra magic hour again. So we were on about 3.5, 4 hours sleep all week, and that starts to take its toll. Eventually, you can do it for a day or two, but eventually you do get to the point where you just got to rest. And I think again, if we would
the feet pain and
yeah, we didn't allow any rest, recovery, relaxation time at all because we were so excited because it was the first time ever. Potentially still will be the only time we ever go. I mean, it's not realistic for us to just book a trip to go back now the way some people do, as much as we'd like to. I've been looking at them, but we can't even pay the deposit. You know, it's not realistic for us to book something new for now. But if we were to plan a dream return for Disneyland Paris for next year, I think it would have a much more reasonable shape to it of, I think we'd probably abandon the Premier Inns at both ends, and instead of trying to get the first Eurotunnel of the day to get over there, we'll aim to get down there for like just after lunch. So we'll leave home like 8, 9 in the morning, get to the Eurotunnel for lunchtime, get to our hotel at Disney at like 5, 6 o'clock.
That's a long drive, isn't it?
Check in, have a rest, get up early the next morning and do the extra magic hours and stay for the fireworks.
Oh, they are definitely worth doing.
Yeah, it's all brilliant.
Definitely.
But then have a day off completely, just resting, relaxing, go to the pool, chill out a bit, just not really do anything, and then have another big day at Disney, and then just go home and get up at like 8, 9 the next morning.
We'd have to be out by 10 at we were at. So.
But then just go home. And I think we could probably be away from home for a shorter amount of time, but have one extra day at Disney. I don't remember the pricings at the time, but if we'd have dropped the 2 Premier Inns, if dropping those 2 was enough to add an extra day at Disney and a more relaxed schedule, I think that would have been a massive benefit. But don't get us wrong, we're not complaining about the trip. We loved the trip. Yeah. It was the best holiday ever. It was absolutely superb. But if we were going to do it again, when we do it again, we'll definitely do it differently.
So magic hours, definitely.
Yep.
If you need a green card, definitely.
Yep.
I wouldn't have been on.
And go and get that early in the morning as well.
Early as possible. Use your magic hours.
We had some people tweeting at us the day we got ours saying I've been in the queue to get my green card for like an hour.
Yeah. Because
they were trying to get it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We got our green card 8 AM that first morning and there was no queue. We just walked straight in. We did have to take a passport with us.
Which I've not seen anywhere, so
just have it. Just have it to be safe.
Don't lose it. Just take it.
Yeah, get the green card. Use the green card,
which can be used on rides, counter service, some restaurants,
illuminations, parades.
Yeah, like we were told that we wanted 4 people on rides, and I think it's 3 for the attraction.
They allow the person who has the green card plus 4 for rides.
So our family can stay together.
Plus 3 for the illuminations and plus 2 for the parade.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's well worth using. And yeah, just remember that you do need to sleep. And also take advantage of being able to send stuff back to your Disney hotel. We were staying in a Disney hotel. I still carried this bag around with me because we did our shopping too late in the day. If you do your shopping early in the day, you think, oh, I don't want to do my shopping in the morning so then I've got to carry it around all day. It's literally the opposite.
Yeah.
If you have your shopping done by, I think the cut-off is 6 PM. If you have your shopping done by 6 PM, you can just have it all either sent back to the park entrance or sent back to your hotel.
Yeah.
But because we did ours early evening, that service was done for the day,
they asked me
and we had to.
For them, and I was like, no, because I'm going there now. So.
But we had to carry our stuff around because we did it in the evening. Because logic to me, Comic-Con logic is do your shopping last thing so you don't have to carry it around a lot. It's literally opposite world at Disney.
They do accommodate for everyone.
Oh yeah, I think it's just you need to know the system. You need to know how it works. You need to do your research before you go.
One.
Yeah, we'll do it properly next time.
Because I could go there now and find everything.
Yeah, I think if we could plan a much more efficient and more fun trip now, and hopefully we'll get the opportunity to do so.
Definitely.
But who knows if or when it might be, and whether it'll be Paris or whether we'll take the plunge and try and go to America.
We priced it up, it's not a pretty penny.
Yeah, based on the prices I did last night, we could go back to Paris for like £2,500 for a 4-night stay. For us to have 2 weeks in Florida for the 5 of us in a Disney hotel, you're looking at with the same standards that we had this time. So with the meal plans, with the extra magic hours, all that kind of stuff, you're looking at close to £12,000.
Do you know over there they're not allowed to ask what his diagnosis is?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Florida's not an option anytime soon. But Paris might be at some point in the next year. So thank you for all your support over the last week or so. It has been super fun seeing how much you've all enjoyed seeing us enjoy ourselves. It's not the end of fun days out for the channel for this. We've still got our trips to Newcastle. We've got a trip to Blackpool coming up. We'll no doubt go to some theme parks and stuff over the summer as well. And there's still going to be lots of fun stuff going on. But no more Disney for a little while. Unless we hit like 500,000 subscribers by the end of next week. In which case we'll probably squeeze something in somewhere. Hopefully you have enjoyed that little end of holiday chill out chat recap haul video with Andy singing along at the top of his voice in the background.
Yeah, he's been very lively after a good night's
there'll have
sleep.
been a lot of jump cuts in this because I've edited out a lot of screams, and he's about to stand on Dave.
Oh, Dave's okay.
Yeah, Dave's
foot
good.
Stopped. But
Yeah.
look at it, it's twitching. Look.
Yeah, he's fine. But we will end this video there, so if you have enjoyed it, if you have enjoyed this whole week of Disney videos, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs, and thank you very much for watching.